motorbike is getting a wash after going through all the mud fields in the village and the flooded areas. It really needed a good scrubbing. Take it right down here to a little spot right down the street from our apartment, and they get in there and deep clean everything, get it all nice and shiny. What's up, everybody? We're just down here before my class starts, picking up some supplies from this little market right here. Well, not really a market, it's one person owns it. Right across the street from, or right down the street from our apartment. I do not have my gimbal, it is charging, so we're going old school, handheld style, shaky. Just to let you know. I was asked a very interesting question, and I wanted to answer it here. And as always, I want to say first, hey! I want to say first that this is just my interpretation from my experience and from what I see. And you can take it or leave it. It's up to you. And I might be right and I might be wrong. But the question is concerning a report that listed some countries that were going to be devastated more than others because of the pandemic. And Cambodia was listed as going to be devastated. And it's going to be in dire straits because, of course, the borders are closed. No idea when they're going to be open. And I mentioned this several times, and you probably already know it. But this is a country that its lifeblood is the tourism sector. And without those tourists coming in, businesses are just closing left and right. People are in financial peril. Don't know what to do. And things are getting rough. I read a report once that stated that even if this pandemic ended right now and everything went back to the way it was, it would still take 5 to 7 years to fully recover economically for Cambodia from the pandemic. And of course, it's not ending now, so who knows what will happen down the line. But the question was, do I think that's reasonable? Do I see, as somebody who lives here, is this what I'm seeing? And and like I said, I am not privy to government information. I don't have access to numbers, figures, economic resources, anything like that. So I'm basing this purely on my experience, and this is only my opinion. And I think the best way to answer that is by saying yes. I do think it's already happening with businesses and individuals. The economic impact has been getting worse for a couple months now. Every month it just gets more and more worse. Businesses close almost daily. Petty crime is on the rise. People are reporting more and more of that in Facebook groups, that they had their motorbike stolen, they had their house broken into, they had their bags snatched, things like that, because people are getting desperate. Still not as widespread as most countries. There's still a very low number of incidents compared to how many people are here, but it is on the rise. But I will also say this, from what I've experienced since I've been here, and ever since the 70s, Cambodia has always been resilient. No matter what's happened, no matter what's taken place in their country, politically, economically, even with the genocide, they bounce back. They get back on their feet. They're very resilient. So, is it going to be all doom and gloom? Is it going to be completely devastated? Like I said, for individuals and businesses, yes, but the country as a whole, I don't think so. I don't see that. Doing more work on our building here. I don't see that. Think of it this way. Back when I was in the United States, even in 2008, when the financial industry collapsed, when we went through the recession, that was a bad time for America, right? It was not a good time. And even now, you hear about, you wake up in the morning and you might hear, oh, the stock market crashed. And all you hear on the news and in reports is this the next recession? Is this the next depression? Or I'm going to but if you think about it, if you live in America and you're familiar with that, how did it affect you? I mean, yes, I lost my job in 2008 because of that specifically, so it did affect me. But was it the doom and gloom scenario that many people predicted, as they always do when something drastic happens, like the stock market drops so many points or whatever the case may be? And the answer is no. Most people just read it. They might worry a little bit, but they go on about their lives. They find ways to make it work, to make things happen. And I guess people in general, that's just what they do. Just it's really up to the individuals involved. So that's how I want to answer that question. I do think it's going to be devastating for certain individuals and businesses, but the country as a whole, I don't see it going under. I don't see it fizzling out. I don't see anything too drastic taking place. And again, say hello. She's waiting to go inside, but it's a little dark in there. But anyway, like I said, that is my opinion. That's what I'm observing, and I don't know about any of the other stuff that might change the course of things. Like I said, government involvement, financial resources, things that are in the works now that people do not have information about. I don't know about any of that. Take you up my stairs here. I'll show you something that you have to be careful for. This little step right at the top. Little small step at the top. That's called a spirit step. And they call it that because it's a superstition that for ghosts and spirits and things, that helps protect you from the bad juju. But you do have to be careful if you're not used to that. When you get to the top of the stairs, you're going to have that small little step. And I've stubbed my toe on there. I've almost fallen off there before. And everything else, so. All right. She's giving me that look. Grrr. I know. But that's all I'm going to say about that is that, yeah, that's my answer from what I observe. But if other people have more knowledge or know something that I don't, feel free to leave me a comment and let me know. Like I said, It's easy from the outside looking in to read something like that and think the worst. But if you're here, you see stuff that just makes that not seem likely, in my opinion. All right. Talk to you guys later. All right, guys. So here we are at Psar Samaki. It is at night. I said this in an exclusive video for my for my supporters. And by the way, if you haven't checked your email, if you're a supporter of mine, your exclusive video of our last trip to the village is in your inbox. So be sure to check that out. But I like it down here at nights because it is it's almost like a little community. All the restaurants are open. People are done with their work or their school. They're down here eating, enjoying themselves. Everybody's having a good time. And it's actually pretty busy for being at night. I wasn't expecting to come here, so I didn't bring my gimbal. Oops, gonna have a traffic jam here. Well, let's see what we can see. Oh, okay. We bought these little snack cakes, and the man didn't have change. That's what it was. I think he's got it now. Wondering what we were doing, standing here waiting. I think she's finally done. Got some meat action going on. Chicken, sausages, dried fish. Down there we got them big old pork rinds. Homemade pork rinds. I know my buddy Joe, he is looking for something down here. Better get out of the way of the motorbikes here. Motorbike. All right, she's talking about something, so. She's going on about something. We parked the motorbike outside. I don't know what the issue is. Ooh, we got something yellow. I don't know what that yellow stuff was. She's going on about a motorbike. I don't know what she's trying to say. There we go. Go pick out the chicken now. Anyway, be sure to check out all my links down below if you want to receive exclusive videos and books, pictures, and more. Just donate at any of the links down below. Go through PayPal, join my Patreon, or buymeacoffee.com/DDC. You will then be put on my list, and I will email you all the links to all that good stuff as a way of saying thank you. Your donations help support our work here in Cambodia. We feed and educate people for free. And as I just said, our last video was our last trip out to the village we helped sponsor. Always a good time. And you can see the whole thing if you're on the list. Also down below are all my social media links and links to other channels vlogging in Cambodia. They have some really good information, really nice content, and you should definitely check it out and give them a look. If you like what I do, I think you'll love what they do. So, that'll do it for this one. From Psar Samaki in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Buying some fresh chicken. I will talk to you guys in the next one.